welcome. I'm sorry I gave everyone a headache yesterday deciding on my shawl what colours to have where. If I'm going to go down a rabbit hole, I'm just going to take you with me. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. I had two messages that were, well, I had lots of messages. All my messages were interesting, but two particular ones that were about the shawl is, one was to say that if you look at it when it's actually around your neck, then because I was concentrating on the top part, that actually sort of disappears. It's further down that you get most of the colour. But then I had another message, so I was thinking, oh, perhaps I should swap them over. But then I had another message saying, somebody who's actually knitting it, and she said that you use colour C a lot. So my favourite colour, being C, is the best one to use because then I'll see it more. So I'm going to stick with what I got. I was going to change, but I'm going to stick with it. That is it. It's final, finished. So I put them all, it's all in here. I've got my pattern and everything. So everything's in this little basket ready for 26th of December. So I should be starting that then. No going back now. Right. I have been working on my Whitmore sweater. So I've had a bit of disaster actually. You haven't seen it for a little bit. And the reason for that is because I had to pull loads of it back. I realised that in the actual lace work on the yoke, I'd gone wrong and I didn't realise. So I pulled it back and I actually had to pull back a whole 50 gram skein. So this is where I am now, which isn't quite as far as I had got, but it's all correct now, so that's good. So that's where I am at the moment. So I have a rolled ball now because I had to roll it all up, but luckily, thank you Lex, I have a yarn bowl, so now my little ball can go in there and all go around and it stays nice and clean. And yeah, it doesn't disappear across the floor or anything. So I'm very happy about that. So it's coming very useful. Apparently it was bought from Hobbycraft. So if you're looking for one, I would highly recommend that because I love this one. So yes, and it also suits my wooden flooring as well. So it blends in with the floor. So I have been using that with pleasure. So I'm hoping to carry on with this. It'd be really nice if by Christmas Day I could have divided off the sleeves and then it's just going to be straight stockinette, and so I can pick it up through the day whenever I've got time. And in the evening I am going to be cooking. We've got my mum, stepdad and my son for Christmas Day, so I'm very looking forward to that. But probably after tea in the evening I will get some time to just relax with a glass of something and do a bit of knitting. So it probably, after a long day, it'd probably be best to have some just straight stockinette stitching rather than having to look at a pattern. So that is my plans for that one. I am hoping to do some knitting on Foxy tomorrow morning. Got a quiet day tomorrow apart from last minute clearing up and present wrapping. So we're going to plan on having a lie-in tomorrow morning. So I'm going to do some ears for Foxy tomorrow and get that. So yes, Foxy has not been forgotten about. I just haven't had, just when I felt clear, when I haven't been tired and been clear-minded to just concentrate on it. So I just thought, it's little fiddly pieces now. So I thought just wait and then just enjoy it over the break. So that's what I'm going to do. The Great Snowball Challenge is going to be back tomorrow. So I'm actually going to record it tonight. Gary's finishing work at lunchtime. So we are going to have some lunch. Then we've got to go and do some shopping. So I thought when early evening tonight, I shall record that so we can show that tomorrow. So this video is going to be quite short because this afternoon we got to go shopping for Gary's presents. I bought half his presents, but he's not as good at spending my money as I am at spending his, which isn't a bad thing. I've got all my presents because I know they've been delivered because I was involved in the ordering process. So all my presents are here and ready. He's just got to wrap them. but he hasn't been very forthcoming in what he wants. So we were supposed to be going shopping from the end of November, and we still haven't got there. So we're going to do that this afternoon. So I'm hoping to take a little bit of footage. There is a shop in Banbury that it used to be, it was the Banbury Sewing Centre, and they had a bit of wool, but not much, not somewhere that's a destination place. But I'd always, if I was passing, I would have a little look in there. And then unfortunately the lady who owned it died and her daughter took over, and she changed it round to how she liked it. So I went in to have a look, hoping that the yarn section would be bigger, but it was actually smaller and in the corner right at the back. So I haven't been in since. But since then, I think it's been taken over by the Cotswolds Centre or something. I'll put it down here. And they are supposed to be stocking drops yarn now. So I've been really interested to go in and have a look. But unfortunately, they're not open on the Saturday afternoon. I've just not been able to get over there any other time. So I'm hoping that we'll have time just to have a little look. I don't want to buy anything because I know I've got yarn coming at Christmas, but I don't know exactly. I have put it on a wish list, so I don't know if I know what Gary's got me, but I don't know what anybody else has got me. So I don't want to buy anything, but it'd be nice to have a look just to see what they have got there, so I can go back and use that rather than buying online all the time. So hopefully I might have some footage of that, we shall see. We're going to go be shopping in Banbury, which is just over the border in Oxfordshire. I'm in Northamptonshire, but where we are, we're in Northamptonshire, then we've got Buckinghamshire and Oxfordshire. Banbury is famous for the nursery rhyme, which there are different versions of. So there is a statue in the centre of Banbury, Banbury Cross, and it's a lady on a horse. And this isn't the original Banbury Cross horse lady. I don't really know what I'm talking about. Because the original, it was for the May Day celebrations, but the statue that's there now is to commemorate Queen Victoria's eldest daughter's marriage. And so it's got references to the May festival with like flowers and things on her shoes, but it's not actually connected to the nursery rhyme. But the nursery rhyme that we know now is, ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see a fine lady upon a white horse, with rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. She shall have music wherever she goes. That is the one we know today. The original one was, ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see what Tommy can buy. A penny white loaf, a penny white cake, and a 2-penny apple pie. So of course, I had to make up our version. So my version is, ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see what Gary can buy. A thermal vest, some aftershave, and some ginger wine to try. I wonder what we will come back with. I wouldn't mind the ginger wine actually, because I've drunk all the one I bought before. Highly recommend ginger wine if you've never tried it. It's very nice. Very warming this time of year. So let's see what we can find in Banbury.